Hey there everyone, welcome back to Game Vine, and my name is Dave, and let's get our steampunk on while reviewing Dastardly Dirigibles. I don't know if I said that right. That's the only time I'm going to say that, because I'm sure I butchered it. Let's go. So the game is a steampunk themed game, and that only is in the art. It's a card game where you're trying to build a long blimp and keep it in the same suit and get the most points doing that over 3 rounds, and whoever has the most points after that wins the game. And if you play card games, you should pick up on this relatively easy. So with that being said, let me show you what comes in this box, show you how to play, and then give you my opinion. Let's go. So this is what comes in the box of Dastardly Dirigibles. I tried it again, and it's really just a card game, but you have these mats up top which are kind of like a waxy paper, and they do feel durable. It feels like they will last as long as you take good care of them. Hey there, Miko. And we have cards. Now this is where a lot of cool art is. I really have to say I appreciate the art, though sometimes it is a lot of brown and blue and it seems a bit samey. But there is a lot of cool art to be had in here. Now there are different cards like this here. Now these are going to be power cards. They're different from the blimp cards in here, but you have those as well. But these are a lot of the blimp cards. So you have 2 different types of decks and a few the player mats and the pretty box. Now let me show you what the game actually does. Okay. Alright, so this is the game set up for 2 players. Now you're trying to build a blimp, and once you do that and complete the blimp, that round ends and you score up your victory points. You do that 3 different times, and whoever has the most victory points over that period wins the game. We have the Emporium set up here. We have the boards here for our blimps, and the discard pile is represented right there, and then the deck. Now the cool part is it tells you right here on the side how a turn works, but you will draw up to 5 cards every time. And then you perform 3 actions of the possible 5. First one be play an airship part, which we'll go ahead and do that. Now when you play an airship part, if anybody at the table has the same type of, this is a gondola rear, if they have a gondola rear part, they have to play it if they have one, and if they have multiples they can choose. So this player has one just like me, and he plays it. Now they each have a suit, and that's important because you want to try to get, oh sorry camera, keep doing that, as many of one suit on your blimp as you can, because that's how you're going to score the most points. Or you can really go for it and try to get one of each suit, and you get a 20 points flat out, which is really good. But that, I've never done that, and I don't know how easy that is. Now you can also play a special card like we've seen here. Now this one just kind of breaks the rules. It says choose a player. That player must discard 1 card from your choice from their airship. So I can be like, hey, discard that. Boom, out of here. And that is one of my actions. Or I can swap a card from the middle here with 1 card in my hand, and I'm going after the green, so when my next turn goes I can put the nose here and have 2 hats, which is nice. I like the color green. Or I can just replace the Emporium by wiping the whole thing and putting, sorry camera, lots of bumps today, with 3 different cards like that. That is one of my actions. Or I can pass as an action. And like I said, we'll continue doing this, drawing up to 5 cards, trying to build our blimp fastest. And when we build the blimp, that ends the round immediately. You tally up your scores, you do that 3 different rounds, and then you see who wins. Now let me tell you how scoring works. Okay, so like I said, you're trying to complete your blimp, and if you complete your blimp, you get 2 points just right off the rip. And then you look at your blimp and you see which one of the suit appears the most, and then you score that color and/or suit as 2 points apiece. So if, I know these aren't pieces that match, but if I had this going on, I would say, okay, I have green, so 2, 4, 6, 8. I would get 8 points for having this set up here and say it's complete. And then this wild card is also considered one of the greens, but it only counts as 1 point. So I have 2 of them here. I just put another one. So I have 9, 10, and this off-brand piece here doesn't count. I won't count it at all, and that is my score at the very end of this if this all actually worked. I have 4 greens, 2 wilds, 2 for each one of the greens and 1 for the wilds, and then 2 points for completing the blimp first, and that equals for this round 12 points. Even score when your blimp is incomplete. You get 1 point for any ship part that you have on the board. If you get a blimp that has 1 of each suit, that's called a mudley, and you get 20 points off the rip. That's pretty hard from my understanding. I haven't seen it before. And that's how you basically score over the 3 rounds, and once you complete that, person with the highest score wins. Now let's give this game a score and tell you what I think. Let's go. So disclaimer, this is a review copy from Fireside Games. Thank you so much for your support. Really do appreciate it. You help the channel grow. Now, I am going to give this game a 62. It's not my type of game, and it's getting a 62, which isn't a bad score, and it's getting that because of the art's fantastic, the production's pretty cool, and the idea of the game is neat. But it bored me after the first round that I played on the first game, and I played it another 3 times to see if it was just a fluke. But yeah, I think this game, it draws out way too long for what it is. But even for what it is, the card play, it making me have to play a card, and I don't know, and if I don't want to, and the way that I have to kind of discard and pick up, nothing really stood out for me. But I appreciate the way that the game plays, because I know that there are people out there that like this game, because my partner actually liked this game quite a bit. It's a little bit of rummy, it's a little bit of manage your hand and push your luck by keeping some of the cards in your hand, and all that is a good concept. It just didn't hit for me. So it is getting a D62, but again, I'm giving all the points specifically to the idea of this game and the lovely production, but it just didn't hit right for me. But if this sounds like a game that is up your alley, I can recommend this to people who like rummy or like some kind of fast type card games, and you can just play 1 or 2 rounds if you want to be fast. But if you enjoy this game, play all 3 rounds, have a go, and build a whole bunch of blimps, and have a fantastic day doing so. But that is what I think about this. Again, thank you so much, Fireside, for your support. We could not have done this review without you. And Vine Nation, thank you so much for tuning in. If you like the video, click like, and if you dislike the video, click dislike, and leave down in the comments below why you didn't like it, so I can improve in the videos of soon. And if you haven't subscribed already, well, you need to get to that. But until the next time you do, I am Dave, and this is Miko, and have a great rest of your day and a great time with all that you play. Bye, guys. Miko, it's time to go. Good girl, Miko.